Hello everyone, I hope you are all healthy and in this video I will be discussing SSC CGL 2023 strategy. Okay. Some of you might be thinking why I am creating this video again as I have already uploaded this video. In this video I will be communicating in English. Okay. Okay. For Hindi medium aspirants I have created multiple videos, shared a lot of strategies and that they know and implement and get selected. But when it comes to those people who doesn't understand Hindi properly, I think if I create a video in English, that will be beneficial for them and they will get to know the best practices that they can use to get selected in SSC CGL in their very first attempt. So please share this video to those aspirants who are more comfortable in English as compared to Hindi. Right? We have also created some courses in English as well, like a complete English section course and general awareness course in English that is available on the RB application that you can enroll and get the best content. Also, we will be doing a lot of things for the audience who are more comfortable in English. So this is the first thing that I am doing, and this is my first video in English in my YouTube channel, and we will try to do whatever we can, whatever is in our capacity to help you guys. Right? So we will be needing your support time to time. So let's get it started. I hope this video, the purpose of this video, that is to reach to all the people out there who are preparing for SSC CGL and doesn't understand Hindi. This will create an impact and help them take the best decisions in their preparation. So let's get started. 3 months in pre and approximately 6 months in mains. This is how it will go. Right? So how you should prepare, how you should give mocks, everything will be discussed in this video. Okay, when we talk about SSC CGL examination या SSC any other SSC examination, we see 90% paper is always previous year based. When I say previous year based, it means the concepts that have already been asked in the previous year papers are asked in the future examination, right? So the very first thing you need to do, no matter from which educator you study, the best method to evaluate whether you are learning in the right direction or not, whether the teacher is teaching the right things, the right material or not, you just complete a chapter and solve the previous year questions of that chapter and practice it. Right? If you are able to do that, it means you are going in the right direction, else you have to change. Right? So 80 to 90% paper is always previous year based, so you should have some previous year content available. At RB Telegram channel, we have all SSC exams previous year papers that you can download. Previous year papers in printable format, mock test format are available. That will be very beneficial. Description, in the description box you will also get a link of the website. You can download it from there as well. It will be easy, right? So prepare according to the previous year papers. Okay, first learn from the teachers, and then once it is done, then practice from previous year papers and give mock test. This is the simple strategy to clear any SSC examination. Let's move ahead. Because SSC CGL examination is not an examination that you give on a single day. It is like preparing yourself for the examination. It is like you have to be motivated throughout the journey. Okay, if you are motivated, if you are putting the number of hours required to clear the examination, that you will definitely get a job, a good job. Okay, but if you fix a specific post for yourself, if you find a post very interesting that you want to work on, it will be easier for you to cover this whole journey, right? So there are many posts through SSC CGL examination, around 38 to 40 posts. Okay, some of the best posts I have written over here. Just go through the work profiles of the job posts and select a post that you actually want to work on. When you make your goal specific, it becomes easy to follow the path that is required to reach to that destination, right? So just choose a post and prepare according to that post. Okay, is it possible for a fresher to cover SSC CGL examination in 3 months or 6 months? The answer is yes. Now SSC CGL tier 1 is qualifying in nature. Yes, right? So you have to clear the bare minimum marks that are required. The marks won't be used to create the merit list. So tier 1 you just need to qualify, and the main examination is tier 2, right? That will be conducted around 5 to 6 months later, and in 5 to 6 months you can definitely crack SSC CGL examination. The thing is, since I am speaking in English and you are able to understand in English, so I can understand ki your background in English is quite good, right? So you have to focus on vocabulary section and other things. You can cover the English section easily, right? So one subject that most Hindi speaking people find it difficult to cover, that is English, you have an edge over it. So I think 5 to 6 months, if prepared in the right direction, you can get the best post through SSC CGL. So be motivated and start preparing. Whatever you believe, you become that. Okay, if you believe you can do it, you will definitely do it. If you believe you can't do it, you can never do it. As simple as that. If I talk about the salary of SSC CGL jobs, it is generally around 50,000 to 1 lakh per month. So think about it कि what are the options available. ठीक है, do you have any other option available where you can get this amount of salary, and the workload, yeah, the job profile that you will get in SSC CGL, will you get the similar thing? If not, then give your 100% for this examination, right? So if we talk about the exam dates, SSC CGL 2023 Tier 1 examination is scheduled from 14th July to 27th July, around we can say 3 months or even less. Okay, other SSC examination been provided by the SSC, so it's more or less all SSC exams pattern is same. So once you prepare for SSC CGL, you automatically prepare for all other examination. Just focus on one examination and give all the examinations. You will find that you will be selected in multiple examinations. Okay, then don't give post preference or other things for those posts at which you don't want to work on. Tier 1 exam pattern, if we see, in English language 25 questions will be there. One question will be of 2 marks. English section will be of 50 marks. If you do a question right, you will get 2 marks. If you make a mistake, if you attempt it wrong, so minus 0.5 marks will be deducted. If you don't attempt the question, you will be getting 0 marks in that question. Same goes with general intelligence and reasoning. Same goes with quantitative aptitude, and same goes with general awareness. So we have an examination of 200 marks. Okay, you need to score maximum, right? No matter how much you score in English, no matter how much you score in GK, individual scores doesn't count. It is the cumulative marks in all the sections. The overall how much you are scoring. Okay, you need to score maximum. No sectional time is there. Overall you will get a 60-minute duration for the test. Okay, you can give time to a particular section according to your wish, right? Let's move forward. Generally the way we attempt tier 1 examination is that in the first glimpse we try to solve English section and GK section. Okay, since these two sections doesn't involve our calculative part. Okay, we don't need to calculate, either we know the answer or we don't know the answer. Okay, we don't need to think a lot. Okay, we can cover these two sections in very less time, right? But when it comes to quantitative aptitude and reasoning, okay, generally we have to solve all the questions, right? In reasoning many questions are there that we can do in 10 to 15 seconds, but some questions like series questions, counting figure question, like missing a number question, we have to think. Okay, and it takes time. So we try to solve those questions that takes time in the end. Similarly in mathematics we have to solve all the questions, so we solve the mathematics portion at the end. I hope I am clear. So this is how we go, and in the first go GK and English we can complete fully. In reasoning, out of 25 question we can attempt 15 to 20 question based on our preparation, and in the math section also, depending upon the examination level, we can attempt up to 15 to 25. If the paper is easy, we can solve all the questions in one go. If the paper is difficult, so we will be solving the easier questions first, like 10 to 15 or 15 to 20, and then if we get some time in the end, we will be solving the hard questions, right? So this will be this is how we will be going. In the tier 2 also, syllabus of mathematics is almost same, just 2-3 extra chapters are there. In reasoning almost syllabus is same. In the English language and comprehension, you will get a comprehension part added, and in general awareness section, almost the syllabus is same, right? So in tier 2, you have to just learn two more sections, that is computer knowledge and data entry speed module, that is typing test. Typing test, if you want to start preparing from now on, you can do it. Give 30 minutes daily for 3 to 4 months. Okay, you won't be facing any issues in the examination. If you want to start it after tier 1 examination, then also it can be done. Okay, but you have to put number of hours more at that time, right? And computer section, we have already provided a ebook that is free, that you can download from RB application ebook section. Okay, you can prepare it from there. We will make some changes to it in future as well, so it will be more useful for you. We will try to provide computer lectures in English as well if the response is good from all of you. So let's see. We have provided general awareness course for tier 1 and tier 2 in the RP application in the spoken English language, and we have also provided English section, English language course. Okay, complete course has not been uploaded yet, but in upcoming 2 to 3 months complete course will be uploaded. If we go for SSC CHSL tier 2 examination, again the subjects are same computer is added, just the weightage is different, and same the typing is added. So there is no separate preparation for SSC CGL or CHSL examination. Similar level of preparation is there. Let's move ahead. If we see tier 1 marks of subjects in tier 1 and tier 2, you can see here in SSC CGL examination. This is the English batch that I was talking about, that you can check out in the application. You will get some demo videos as well there, so check that out. If you find it relevant for your preparation, go for it. Okay, you will love the course. It's a 1 year validity course for 799, and general awareness course is for 8 months for rupees 999. Okay, you will get the ebook of general awareness of all the classes, so that you don't need to make notes by yourself. Okay, just watch the videos, just take the printout of the PDF available and revise from it. That you need to do. Let's look at the trends of SSC exams. How many aspirants applied for SSC CGL examination in 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 and 22? Candidates appeared, percentage attendance, how many aspirants who applied, how many aspirants appeared in the examination out of those who applied for the examination, and the number of vacancies in these years. If we go for SSC CGL 2023, notification is already out, people are filling the forms. Vacancies are approximately 7500, so we will be getting a good competition this time. And this seems like SSC CGL 2021 and 2020 to 2020. If we look at the vacancies, here we have 7000 vacancies, here we have 7686 vacancies, here we have 8000 vacancies. So competition will be like these examinations. Okay, we can't use SSC CGL 2022 as an example for our preparation. Better we go for these examinations cutoff to decide how much we need to score in the tier 1 examination. Tier 2 exam pattern was different at that moment in 2019, 2020 and 2021. So I'm not saying for tier 2, but for tier 1 you have to look at those papers and their cutoff to know whether you will be able to qualify or not. Okay, I will be discussing all these things soon. If we go for 2022, tier 2 exam pattern changed in 2022 examination. So for reference, you can use 2022 papers, but according to me 2022 mains examination paper was very easy. Okay, this time the level will definitely increase because vacancies are less, and aspirants already know about the exam pattern, so SSC can increase the level. Okay, when anything is done for the first time, exam level is reduced so that aspirants don't panic, right? So that is done in 2022 examination. In 2023 examination level can go up a little bit. Okay, so be ready for that. Use SSC CGL 2019, 2020, 2021 papers for reference. That will be good for you. ठीक है, you won't be surprised in the examination if this happens. ठीक है. Oh, अगर मैं बात कर if we see SSC CGL 2022 cutoff, the cutoff was very less. For unreserved category, shift wise if we see, normalized score cutoff was 114.27, but the cutoff on the basis of raw score was this. मतलब if an aspirant is scoring 111.30 marks in 1st December shift 1, he was getting approximately 3 marks more due to normalization and was getting 114.27 and was qualified, right? uh, Similarly, you can see if I go for 3 December shift 1 examination, if an aspirant is scoring 102.27 from unreserved category, he was getting 114.27 normalized score and he was uh, qualifying tier 1 examination. So you can see how normalization works, as exam is conducted in multiple shifts. So to balance the easy paper and the difficult paper, normalization is done. Okay, SSC normalization formula is quite good, so you can rely on that. So if I take an average, so on an average, if I take the average of all the shifts, 6.45 marks increased in all the shifts. So our normalized score cutoff is this, but our raw score cutoff was this in CGL 2022, 107.82 from your category. So we can't take this as a reference. Why? Because if you score 107 in SSC CGL 2023 examination from unreserved category, you won't qualify tier 1 examination. Even if the exam level increases, then also this score won't be sufficient to get you qualified in tier 1 examination, right? Now I am giving you reference of SSC CGL 2021 examination. If I see EWS category normalized score cutoff was 109. If a person is scoring this much in these particular shifts, he was qualifying tier 1 examination. OBC category cutoff was this. If aspirants were scoring this much from this category, they were qualifying. Unreserved category cutoff was 130 marks, and if an aspirant was scoring around 120, he was qualifying the cutoff. So your target should be around 130 marks. If you are giving mocks, your target should be around 130 marks from unreserved category to clear tier 1 examination. Clear? Okay. So you can also try these papers. Okay, many websites provide previous year papers in mock form that you can give as real time examination and check your score, how much you are scoring. If you are scoring above this mark from unreserved category in that particular shift, so there are chances that you will qualify SSC CGL 2023 tier 1. Okay, but this is the old scenario, it was 2 years back. Now in CGL 2022, many new aspirants influxed, right? They prepared hard for 2022. They may not get selected in 2022, but they will give CGL 2023. So competition will be a bit higher. So you have to score at least 5 marks more than the marks written over here, so that you can be sure you can qualify SSC CGL 2023 tier 1 examination. Getting my bit? Same you can check with OBC category and UWS category. This is for ST category and this is for SC category. So you can take 2021 examination as a reference for your preparation. You get all the PDFs on the Telegram channel, link in the description box. Check that out. This is the computer playlist. This is in spoken Hindi language, so won't be that useful for you, but the content that have been taught in this video, is available in the RB ebook of computer that you can download from the RB application, and I will try to upload this PDF in the PDF link in the description box as well, that you can use as a reference. Let's come to the weightage. From which topic how many questions are generally asked in SSC examination? Okay, this is not fixed though, but you can take it as a reference. If I start with general awareness section, you can check out SSC CGL 2022 tier 1 weightage. Total exam, the exam was conducted in around 40 shifts, right? In 40 shifts, one shift there were 25 questions, so I can say total 1000 questions we had of general awareness, right? In physics, Total out of 1000 questions, 25 questions were asked. Because there were 40 shifts, if I take an average of a shift, so you can see around 0.63 question was asked in a particular shift. So you can say less than one question in a shift. So if we take two shifts, so you will get a question of physics, a single question of physics. Chemistry, two questions on an average in a shift. Biology, 1 to 2 questions on an average in a shift. Economics, around 2 questions in a shift. Geography, 3 questions in a shift. History, 4 questions in a shift. Polity, 2 questions in a shift. Miscellaneous, we have included books and authors, art and culture part, and other static part. Okay, you can take around 4 to 5 questions in a shift, and current affairs around 5 questions in a particular shift. Okay, this is the weightage of SSC CHSL 2021 examination. You can check it out. Total there were 42 shifts, so around 1050 questions. Total questions and questions per shift around. And if we go for SSC CGL 2022 tier 2 examination or mains examination, you can check in a shift 3.5 questions out of 25 questions were from biology section. Chemistry 1 question, physics approximately 3 questions in a shift. Yeah, economics around 2 to 3 questions in a shift. Geography 5 questions in a shift. History 3 questions in a shift. Polity 3 to 4 questions in a shift, and current affairs around 4 questions. There were very few questions or almost no questions from static miscellaneous part. Okay, even art and culture questions were not enough, right? So this may change in future. Just take a reference. So even if you, for tier 1 examination, even if you don't prepare 1 or 2 subjects of GK, then also it won't impact much. Okay, so try to cover those sections of GK first that you have already studied in your graduation or in your higher secondary examination, right? You have to focus more on other 3 sections, because each general awareness section we can never be sure. After learning all the things, we can never be sure that we will be solve all the questions, we will be attempting all the questions right. So what should be the strategy for general awareness? Okay, when we study general awareness, we find it very boring. Okay, we read 2 to 3 lines, yeah, 2 to 3 pages, and we are like, we are about to sleep, let's take a nap and all that, and these things come to our mind. So I always recommend learn general awareness from teachers. Okay, because reading general awareness is a very difficult thing, right? If you take lucent book and think I will read it line by line, it is not possible. You can't cover it in 2 months, 2 years as well. Okay, if you are not very focused. So for general awareness section, this is a section that I always recommend learn from teachers. Use their notes, because no book is perfect. No book is available in the market that I have seen. I'm talking about the popular books. I am not criticizing the content of any teacher. Okay, teacher have created good content for general awareness. I am talking about the general books that are available in the market. So what they try to do is they don't go exam specific, they make general books. Okay, that is for all the general examinations. So the content that is available in these books, some content that is required for SSC CGL is missing. Some content that is not asked in SSC is available in those books. So we end up wasting our time there, right? So learn from those who teach specifically for SSC examinations. Okay, so your content will be concise. You are giving SSC CGL examination, SSC CGL exam. You are not giving UPSC examination. So you don't need to learn from a teacher who is teaching for UPSC examination. You need to learn from a teacher who is specialized in teaching for SSC examination, right? So learn from a SSC specific teacher. Okay, make notes. If not provided by the institution, we generally provide all the ebooks so that you don't have to waste time on making notes. Just cover the syllabus and move ahead. But the notes of the teachers are very important. Okay, watch their videos, make notes, revise them. You will do good in the examination. At least you will be scoring around, if you in the examination, tier 1 examination, your 50 marks, if you learn from the teachers well, you will be scoring around 25 plus score if you revise all the things, right? Rest depends on the luck, rest depends on the how you have revised it, how much you have practiced and other things. So let's move ahead. Okay, there are many students who scored in CGL mains out of 75. There are many students who in our batch who scored 40 plus marks, and I think this is a good score. Yeah, 40 plus if you are scoring out of 75 in mains, and in tier 1 examination if you are scoring around 30, that is a good score. Okay. Again, there are people who score 40 plus, for 35 plus as well. Okay, many of our students have scored that, but be realistic. Okay, GK is a vast subject. Okay, if we go on covering everything, okay, we may end up getting nothing in all other sections, because we will be ending up wasting using all our time in general awareness section only, right? The content should be concise, doable, revisable, as well as memorizable. That then only it will be used in the examination, right? Learn limited things for tier 1. If you before tier 1 you cover all the sections in a good way, like maths, English, reasoning, then in tier 2 then for tier 2 you can spend more time in GK. Okay, don't focus entirely on GK at this moment. Let's move ahead. If we talk about current affairs, your exam is scheduled in July, right? So December to May current affairs, December 2022 to May 2023 current affairs are very important. Although SSC can ask anything in the current affairs section, but it is recommended that if you do this, it is a higher probability that if 5 questions are coming from current affairs, you will definitely get 2 to 3 questions at least from this time period. And there are some topics that we have to cover for the whole year, for 1 to 2 years, like appointments. We should know all the major appointments. In all the shifts you will see at least one question of appointment is there. Okay, and generally one question of books and author is also asked, right? So if we are able to solve these 2 questions out of 5 questions, that is a very good uh, thing. Okay, the cost to benefit ratio is very high, as current affairs are huge. Okay, I have seen a lot of people who do daily current affairs for 1.5 hours, and in the examination, out of 5 questions, they are hardly able to solve 2 to 3 questions. Okay, those who are running for 1 year and doing current affairs daily, okay, they also find it difficult to do all the 4 and 5 questions of current affairs, because SSC can ask anything. Okay, they can ask current affair of 3-4 years back, right? So I we will be providing you an ebook of current affairs as well for mains examination, and we will also try to give it for pre-examinations as well. Only most important current affairs will be there. We have also provided monthly current affairs for uh, that you can check out. Okay, in the application, PDFs of those videos are also available. You will get that in the general awareness section, but the content is the spoken language is Hindi. Okay, content is bilingual, English and Hindi. Let's move ahead. This is the playlist I was talking about. The content is in Hindi language, but the ebook that we will be providing, that will be separately made for Hindi medium students and English medium students. Most important current affair topics, or we can say static topics, current and static mix hai. Like India and its neighboring countries, bills and amendments. Many questions were asked from this topic in SSC CGL 2022 examination. Appointments, very important topic. And latest, if there is any change in the chief ministers of states or governors of states in the past 1 year, questions may be asked from that. International organizations, their headquarters and their present heads, questions come from this topic. Stage and themes. Okay. Geographical indicators, important. Sports awards, very important. If an Indian gets an award on international level in Olympics, Commonwealth, questions come from that, right? Also, the person, no matter from which country he belongs, she belongs, if he wins a gold medal, question can be asked from that, right? Gallantry prizes, civilian awards, this is very important question. Always a question is asked from this topic. Nobel prizes, a question is asked from that as well. Sports and games, India's rank in various indices, who topped in that rank, like corruption perception index, and happiness index and all that. So who topped, who bottomed, who was at the bottom, and what's the India's ranking in that. These questions are asked in SSC examination. Okay, we will try to cover all these topics in our ebook as well. Okay. um we have created some videos on YouTube, but that for Hindi medium students. Books and authors, you have to cover for 1 year at least, and the awards related to this field that are provided, you have to learn them by heart. Dance forms, Indian classical and folk dances, you have to learn state wise, and also music instruments first in India. These are the things that you definitely need to cover. Some important topics of general science, like in biology you get a lot of questions from vitamins, vaccines, which disease, who invented the vaccine of that disease, okay, human body, classification, plants and animals. In chemistry you will get a lot of questions, like on the basis of use of different elements and chemicals, chemical name and their formula, allotropes, periodic table and all that. In physics, formula, SI unit, important laws in filling, sound waves, important discoveries, all that, right? So cover it by heart. Take care, learn from a good teacher, you will do good. Radhika ma'am have Radhika ma'am has taught all the general science section. All recorded videos are already available in the science batch in this English course. Quality, fundamental rights, directive principles of state policy, articles of appointment, emergency and VIP. These articles are very important. Okay, acts, amendment bills, all these play a major role in a polity section. Which part of the constitution is taken from which country? Questions are always asked from that topic. History, you have to learn in a concise way. History is vast, right? Okay, you have to learn all the important facts, like the founders, first ruler, last ruler of any empire dynasty. Okay, Buddhist council battles, important congress sessions, viceroys, hierarchy, uske and foreign invaders, foreign travelers, who built what, that you learn in art and culture as well. In economics, budget is very important, economic survey is very important, census is very important, and normal topics like banking, nationalization of banks, demand and supply concept, GDP, inflation, different kinds of curves is important. Economics, I recommend you have to learn by heart if you are also preparing for assistant audit officer post. In SSC CGL examination, if you crack tier 1, okay, there are three different kinds of cutoffs, and we can say four different kinds of cutoff this time. First is AO, cutoff for assistant audit officer. For other is for JSO, junior statistical officer, and one cutoff for SI grade 2, or A cutoff, and the fourth cutoff all other posts. Okay. AO cutoff is generally higher. Okay, and if you clear tier 1 cutoff of assistant audit officer post, that is a gadgeted post, okay, in tier 2 examination you will have to give an extra paper of 200 marks. There are two subjects in that. In tier 2, extra paper of 200 marks, two subjects are there. Economics generally and accounts. Economics carries 120 marks and accounts carries 80 marks. So if in tier 1 you cover the economics well, it will help you for this examination if you clear the AAO cutoff. Okay. So let's move ahead. We have also provided a AO course, but that is available in Hindi language. If the response is good, we will try to create it for English medium aspirants as well. If I go for the geography section, the most important topics are these, but you need to cover all the things. Okay. Yeah, these are the some crash courses for Hindi medium students, for those students who speak in Hindi. Let's move to our next subject, that is mathematics. You can check out SSC CGL 2022 Tier 1 chapter wise weightage total questions per shift. Okay. For CHSL 2021 Tier 1, you can check out questions per shift, and SSC CGL 2022 Tier 2 questions per shift, you can check it out here, right? As we are seeing, SSC is focusing more on the arithmetic section. The calculative questions are generally asked from arithmetic section, and the level of questions that are asked from advanced maths are generally low. Okay, so you don't need to dig deep into advanced maths. Just cover what SSC is asking. 2 to 3 years back, or if I go in SSC CGL 2017 examination, advanced maths level was very high. But now, with time, SSC is reducing the level of advanced maths, because SSC also understand that if a person joins the department, he will hardly be using his concepts of advanced maths. But arithmetic generally involves real life practical questions, real life calculations that are useful in the long run, right? So focus is more on arithmetic these days, but you have to cover the advanced maths as well, but not very deeply, right? So you can check it out. If you see my older videos, where I have discussed chapter wise weightage of SSC CGL 2019 2018, you will see there is a difference. There is a weightage difference. Advanced maths questions were more as compared to arithmetic questions. So you can check it out here. The flow that I have written over here is very important. Follow this flow while learning as well. Just learn percentage first. Don't start with CI and SI. If you start with CI and SI, you won't understand anything, because the concepts of percentage are used in the whole arithmetic section. Okay, it's the foundation of arithmetic, percentage and ratio. So first learn percentage, then ratio, then you can go for age, partnership, mixture, then you can go for average, then you can go for profit and loss, then you can go for SI and CI. Simple interest and compound is nothing but the applications of profit, right? So these chapters are connected. If you know the ratio, you can do partnership. If you have done ratio and partnership, you will be very comfortable in solving the questions of mixture. If you have done all the chapters, you will be comfortable in doing average. If you had done average as well, you will learn the concept of deviation that will be useful in profit and loss as well. If you have done the profit and loss, if you had understood the concept of profit, you can do CI and SI questions. Okay. Time and work, time, speed and distance, you can do even after doing percentage and ratio. Okay. These are a little different but connected. Just do prime and work first, then time, speed and distance. You will be easy to go. Number system is entirely different topic. You can do it after all these topics, or you can start with number system as well. You can do number system at the top, right? There are some other chapters that I haven't mentioned here, like simplification. Simplification, that is board mass topic. You can do it at first. सबसे पहले you can start with simplification. Then you can do AP, GP, HP, arithmetic progression, geometric progression and harmonic progression. Generally questions from harmonic progressions are not asked. Arithmetic progression and geometric progression is important. Any question of percentage or CISI, you can find the concept of AP and GP. Compounders is nothing but a series of geometric progression, right? Many time and work questions are framed where arithmetic progression sequence is used, right? So you can start with this and then go with the chapters. Number system, you can cover it in the starting or after covering the arithmetic portion. Number system and LCM, HCF. Okay. If we go start with advanced maths, start with algebra, then go for trigonometry, because many concepts of algebra will be used in trigonometry. Then go for geometry. In geometry you will be getting some concepts of algebra and trigonometry, right? Then go for mensuration. Mensuration is you can cover mensuration only once you have covered geometry. Okay, and DI is nothing. If you have done percentage and ratio, you can do all the questions of data interpretation. And if you have covered average, then it will be easy for you to do statistics as well. So this is how it goes. Okay, data interpretation you can cover it here or at the end, it's up to you. You can see the weightage of SSC CGL SSC CHSL 2021 Tier 1 examination of maths topics. You can see that in CGL examination, comparatively arithmetic weightage is more in Tier 1 examination. But in CHSL, it is quite less. And if you go for selection post examination also, where arithmetic and advanced maths both are asked, advanced maths weightage is less as compared to the arithmetic weightage. I have made all the PDFs, shared some of the PDFs for free on Telegram channel, and rest we have a PDF course as well where we provide 2020 to present all SSC exams paper chapter wise for maths, English, GK and reasoning. That enables you to understand what is the requirement of the examination, what you must study, how to analyze your preparation level. Suppose you are you have covered the complete math section, right? You have learned the percentage chapter. So what you can do is take all the questions of percentage of SSC CGL 2023 exam 2022 examination or 2021 examination and solve them. If you are able to solve all the question, it means your preparation is going on the right track. If you are not able to solve, then you need to relearn, that you need to check out where you are lagging behind, right? So this is the weightage. Learn in sequence, the very first point. At least cover 60 to 70% syllabus in detail. Okay, if the examination level is easy, you can't afford to skip topics, right? If all the questions that are asked in the examinations are easy and you attempt only 20 questions out of 25, then your chances of getting selection will be very less if you do this in mathematics. But if the exam level is difficult, you solve 20 questions out of 25 questions, that is a very good number, because there will be a time constraint. And if you are solving 20 questions, if you those 5 questions that you are not solving, it may be possible that you haven't covered those topics, so then it will be justified, right? But if the paper level is easy and you don't solve the questions of some topics that you haven't covered, but you had time in the examination to solve, so you are lagging behind. Okay, many aspirants, thousands of aspirants will be solving those questions and getting the marks. Okay, so you will be merit out. So it totally depends ki how examiner is setting the paper level. So we need to solve maximum questions. So to be sure that we will be solving at least 15 to 20 questions out of 25, no matter how difficult the exam level is, I recommend at least 60 to 70% syllabus should be covered in depth for tier 1 examination. And if you have less time, then cover the crash courses of other chapters, so that if basic questions are asked from those topics, you are able to solve it. If difficult questions are asked, then maximum students won't be having enough time to solve those questions, and you don't know it, that's why you are not solving it. So things are even. Getting what I am trying to say? So when you are learning, just spend time. Okay, it will take some time to get familiar with the teacher, it will take some time to learn the basic concepts, but once you learn it by heart, other things will be easy, right? In the initial phases you will be making all the notes, right? But when the exam is near and 3 to 4 topics are missing, you will be covering those topics from the crash course, and definitely you won't be having enough time to make the notes, right? But those people, those chapters that you have covered by heart and made all the notes, that you can revise in the very last time, and the topics that you are covering in the end, you can just revise them from the screenshots or PDFs that are available. Thick. So at least cover 60 to 70% syllabus by heart before tier 1 examination. Revise whatever you learn. If you don't revise, everything will get wasted. As I have already told you, everything is connected in the arithmetic. If you don't understand the percentage chapter well, you won't be able to do all other chapters. So you need to revise what you have already learned um, really well. In the advanced math section, because there are a lot of formulas, there are a lot of concepts, you have to learn each and every identity. If you don't learn the identities, if you don't learn the important results, you won't be able to do good in the examination. So in advanced math section, revision is required more as compared to what is needed in the arithmetic section. Is it clear? Just what should be the flow? Complete a chapter from a teacher, solve chapter wise previous year questions, revise, move ahead to the next chapter and follow the same. Okay. If you think that you are quite good in mathematics, okay, you are getting whatever the teacher is teaching in a one go, and you think that you don't need to practice a lot, and you have very less time, and you need to cover the syllabus in the least amount of time, as exam is after 2 to 3 months. So if you feel that you are quite confident in a particular chapter that you will be able to solve all the questions, and you have just covered whatever the teacher has taught, so just move ahead with to the next chapter. Okay. If in any chapter you feel less confident, just solve the previous year questions of that chapter, you will be feeling confident. Okay. Some aspirants can do complete mathematics in 3 months if they give 3 to 4 hours daily, but for some aspirants it may take up to 6 to 7 months or 8 months as well to cover mathematics section. It totally depends on your background. Okay. For two different individuals, this strategy can be different. Getting? Once you have covered a complete syllabus, give mixed practice sessions which solve previous year papers. Mixed questions should be there, and give as much mocks as possible till the examination. Some of the PDFs of SSC CGL 2022 Tier 1 and Tier 2 are available in the description box. You can get those from there. Reasoning, you can check out SSC CGL 2022 Tier 1 chapter wise weightage, chsl 2021 Tier 1 chapter wise weightage, and SSC CGL 2022 Tier 2 chapter wise weightage. Here we will find that there are some topics that are quite easy in reasoning, that you don't need a lot of practice or learning, like paper cutting and folding, mirror image, figure analogy, embedded figure, dice, dictionary, syllogism, calendar, and I can say blood relation is also an easy topic. These are the topics that you cover once, you will be able to solve all the questions. You don't need a lot of practice in these topics. Okay. You will be needing practice in coding, decoding, in analogy, in missing numbers, in series, where a lot of logics are possible. These chapters are quite easy and cover around 40% of reasoning syllabus. Getting my point? So spend your time in the remaining topics only. Just cover the basics of these topics. You can check out the syllabus of tier 2 examination. You can check out the weightage of tier 2 examination as well and prepare accordingly. You will get extra questions of statement assumptions in tier 2. Rest all the things are similar to tier 1 examination only, right? Around 3 questions of sitting arrangement, statement argument were asked. Okay, I have created a math playlist, but it is in Hindi language, matlab spoken language Hindi. For English medium students, I haven't started teaching mathematics yet, but in future I will definitely plan to make some videos in English or create a complete course in English. But for that we need a lot of students. Okay, your support will be very crucial to take big decisions. For reasoning, if you don't want to go for detailed courses or classes, just cover the crash courses. If you find any crash course available in the English language, cover it from YouTube. If we provide a reasoning course on RB application in future in English language, you can cover that as well. Okay. Rest you can do it by your own. If you find difficult in any particular video, search it on YouTube and you will find that. Okay. Practice only selected chapters like series, missing number, coding, decoding, etc. Next we have, you can take a previous year book to practice these topics. Okay. The more you practice by yourself, the more you will score in the examination. Don't depend on teachers. That teacher will help you in practicing. They will give you the best questions. The more you practice, the more your analytical part of the brain will work in the examination. Let's come to the English section now. SSC CGL 2022 Tier 1. Number of questions asked from spelling, synonyms, antonyms, idioms, phrase, error detection, etc. If I divide it by 40, you will get a number of questions per shift, right? SSC CHSL 2022. You can check out the weightage here. 2021 है, almost the similar weightage. And SSC CHSL, SSC CGL 2022 Tier 2 examination weightage of the topics in English. Focus on increasing your vocabulary. Okay, you can use the books of KD Campus, Netu Singh Ma'am book. You can use SP Bakshi book, Arihant publication. You can use Black Book English. You can also use the PDF that I have already provided on the Telegram for a vocabulary section. All SSC exams 2020 to present, one word substitution, idioms and phrases have covered in this ebook, and that is available for free on RB application. Cover it from there and you will find it easy to solve all the questions of the examination that will be held in future, because many questions of previous years are repeated in the examination. If you are quite good in English, don't give a lot of time to newspaper reading. Focus on grammar, right? Because you can't afford to make mistakes. For tier 2 examination, you can do the editorial section of the newspaper, because SSC has already mentioned in the syllabus that 3 questions of comprehension will be asked in the tier 2 examination, out of which 2 will be taken from the editorial section of the newspapers. So, what's your plan? I have told you about the examination, about the competition, about how you what are the things that you must consider before preparing, what is the syllabus, what is the chapter wise weightage. Now it's up to you how you plan your time, how much time you should give to a particular subject. It depends on your present level of preparation. If you are quite good in English, so your effort should be more on mathematics and reasoning first, so that 3 sections are holistically covered. That can get you around 130 marks out of 200. Okay, 3 sections for 150 marks. There may be some silly mistakes in the examination. If you get 130 marks, that you will definitely get qualify tier 1 examination. And if you are from other categories like SC category, ST category, OBC category, WS category, so for cutoff marks will be even less. So if you cover these 3 subjects only, you will be able to cover to clear tier 1 examination. Okay, and also in the GK section as well, you won't be scoring 0 marks, you will be getting some marks. If you haven't prepared, then also you will be scoring at least 8 to 10 marks, and if you have prepared well, you can score up to 25 to 30 marks easily, right? So clearing tier 1 examination is not at all difficult if you are serious about the examination. So plan accordingly. Okay, first in a day you must take maximum 3 subjects or minimum 2 subjects. Okay, reading a single subject throughout the day is quite boring and exaggerating. Not exaggerating. The right term is not coming to me. So chalo, let's move ahead. What I'm trying to say, take at least 2 subjects in a day and maximum 3 subjects. Okay. If you want to cover reasoning first, give around 1.5 hours for reasoning daily, and you will see in a month you will have covered maximum part of reasoning, right? If I take the example of English, if your English is good already, give 2.5 hours daily for English. Okay, in 2 months, within 2 months your English will be good for SSC CGL examination, right? Or if I add on maths with it, if you are new and haven't learned maths for a very long time, so give at least 4 hours approximately a day, because math syllabus is vast. Although weightage is same as reasoning, but it will take approximately 4 times time to cover, right? So give at least 4 hours a day for maths, or this will go for around, to cover whole syllabus, it will take up to I can say 5 months, 5 to 6 months depending upon the preparation level. So maths will take time. You will start this now and it will go till tier 2 examination. Okay, once you have covered the reasoning, give the remaining time for GK. Add the subject GK. In GK, cover those topics that you have already covered in your graduation or higher secondary level, and then after 2 months your English section will almost be over. Then give this time for GK as well. Your exam is about to start from July, so from 1 July onwards, give one mock daily. Now you can give around one mock in a week. Mocks are beneficial once you have covered 60 to 70% plus syllabus. Yeah, before that mocks are not that useful because you haven't covered the syllabus. How will you score good in the exam, in the mocks or examination? Okay, cover 75, at least 75% syllabus first, then give regular mocks, right? Because mocks are there to help you analyze your weak portions. Weak portions, what that you have covered, but you are still not performing well in those sections. So mocks are useful for that. Mocks are useful for time management, that you are you know the solution of questions but you are not able to solve them in time. So you know that after giving the mocks, so you practice for that section more. Clear? So this is the weightage, this is how you can plan. Revision is very important. How you must go with the revision? Whatever you learn in a particular day, just revise it before the end of the day, right? Revision, first revision end of the day before sleeping. Second revision before the next class. It means whatever you are learning, you do 2 times revision before learning something new of that particular subject. Okay. So end of the day before the next class. This is how you will be proceeding. Weekend, Sunday, revise what you have learned in the whole week. Month end, 2 to 3 days you can take to revise what you have learned in the whole month. Revision is the key to success. If you don't revise what you have already learned, you will lose confidence. You will cover the entire syllabus, but you will lose confidence because you haven't learned what you studied, but you haven't revised what you have studied. And when you will be giving mocks, you want to be scoring good grades. The only reason is that uh, you know the things, but you can't apply it in the examination. Okay, you will be feeling like, yes, I know how to do this, but I don't know why I'm not able to do it. My speed is very less. It is taking more time. I have studied this portion, but I'm not able to solve it in the given time. I am not able to understand what is the problem. The problem is the revision and practice. So revise the way I am speaking, and you will do good. These chapters are not asked in tier 1 examination, so you don't need to prepare these for tier 1, like coordinate geometry, probability, permutation, combination, statistics. Okay, these chapters will be asked in only tier 2 examination. So if I go ahead with the maths course that I have provided, spoken language in this course is Hindi. Okay, content is bilingual, English and Hindi. So if you can understand a bit of Hindi, you can go with this course if you want. Okay, I'm not forcing you. Definitely you should go for it. You may find things that you won't be able to understand, but you will get all the content there, all the latest questions there, all the PDFs there that will be helpful for you to cover in the least amount of time. So you will get all the content even if you don't understand Hindi. All the chapters PDFs are also available there. Okay, for each session, like this is a time and work chapter. I have covered it. I have mentioned what I will be teaching in that chapter. You will click on the view PDF section. You will get the question in English and Hindi, and you will get the solution. And I think if you are Hindi medium as English medium as if you don't understand Hindi as well, you will be able to find all the solutions relevant. You will be able to understand all the solutions from the PDF. Okay, you can also use a good book for this purpose, but relevant content you will get from here. All the class questions PDF are also available in complete English language that you can use for practice. Okay, class notes are also available in English language, so that if you have less time, you can use class notes for revision. Previous year papers PDFs 2022 present are also available. Mains practice batch PDF bilingual is also available for practice. So complete arithmetic plus advanced maths course is there. There is an officer batch, but I won't recommend you officer batch. The reason for this is that in the officer batch right now all the sections are in spoken Hindi. Right, we will be launching an officer batch for English medium as for the community that doesn't understand Hindi soon, but till now it is not available. But we have for you English course that is complete in English language. Okay, spoken language in English. Everything is in English in this course. We have covered 3 to 4 chapters already here of grammar, and by May end, maximum course will be uploaded that you can watch. Okay, vocabulary will also be covered in English section and other things as well. General awareness course is also available. We have covered science, physics, chemistry, biology, where language of communication is English. I have also uploaded all the PDFs, class ebooks as well. Okay, and we have covered polity around 75%. Started economics. Okay, and by the end of the May, we will try to cover all these sections. Okay, by the end of May, or I can say by the end of to be on the safer side, take it by the end of June. We will try to cover it before tier 1 exam. Okay, so that you have the complete syllabus available before the tier 1 examination. You have all the videos available, and in tier 2 you won't have to do. Okay, all PDFs are available with these. Like we have PDFs for GK, like class notes ebook, that is available. Along with that, previous year one liner GK ebook is also available, that you can use for practice. Okay, this will help you in your preparation. Similarly, in English language, we have also created ebooks of previous year, exam wise, chapter wise, so that you can practice it accordingly. So that's it, guys. I hope this video is useful. I may have made a lot of mistakes while speaking. I may have stuck in between because this is something new to me. I am trying it for the first time and not a habitual speaker in, but you may be getting whatever I was trying to deliver. And if you find this video useful, do comment and do share, so that we can come up with more products for you. We may come up with more videos for you. So take care, guys. Bye bye. Jai Hind.